参るぞ。
私が出る。
わしも付き合うで。炎よ前へ。
私が守る。
ほら、まとめて蹴散らしてやれ。
What's up, Alvy? Did you hear about the DMC collab on PGR? Finally getting some male characters. They're taking a 45-day break from waifus. I'm very happy. They're getting a break from the waifus for a short period of time. Brief respite from the waifus. Virgil's gonna replace Selena, supposedly. Her fighting style looks really lame. I'll totally use him over her. Get Dante and Virgil.
危ないっつうの。炎よ前。
俺も働くか。期待しておるぞ。
私が行こう。
炎よ前。
私が行こう。
炎よ前。炎よ前。
Come on! This is RNG. What is this RNG, man? Don't give me anything. I swear she's in the pool. I'm trying to get her for the status infliction. Come on! What gives? What the heck is this, man? You're just not gonna give me... We've cycled through like the entire pool. She's not in here. I don't want these characters. Stop giving them to me. This is balls, man. Come on. Crap luck. Just refuses to give me that character. So what I don't like about this game is the RNG. RNG is too overbearing in this game. Sometimes it just doesn't give you anything. This game can be really frustrating to play sometimes. Give you the character you want, or it doesn't give you a shop. Sometimes both. Do like 20 rerolls. No shop either. There's been a shop in like half the game already. No shop. Who's available here? Oh, this is just anybody, isn't it? Well, that's not worth re-rolling. I'll do one re-roll. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's not fun difficulty. It's artificial difficulty. It's not actually hard. It's doing the same thing for longer and having no margin for error. It's not fun. I've never found that kind of challenge fun. You know that new Claire Obscure, that turn-based game? Like, even at like level 1, it doesn't seem like the bosses take that long to die. And like, because you can dodge everything, it doesn't really matter that you're getting one shot. The game is actually designed with being able to dodge every attack. The HP is just it's a margin for error. It's a margin for error. It's not, you know, you're expected to take damage. Yeah, it's just not fun fighting, you know, HP sponge enemies at all. It's never enjoyable. Usually on games when they start doing stuff like that, I tap out. I tap out at that point. Like, yeah, this isn't fun anymore. It's just a slog. It's not an actual challenge. It's a really lazy challenge. I don't like to call game developers lazy, because making games is hard work, but I think it's appropriate for stuff like that. Like, you can take like one hit at most in an over hour-long run, and the bosses, you know, have the same cycles. You have to, you know, just do the same thing for longer. It's boring. There are good roguelikes that don't do that. Like, they increase the difficulty, but it's not just stats. The other thing about this game's hard mode is it makes the RNG even worse. Sometimes you just get screwed over by the game not giving you anything. You have no control over it. I wish they would understand there's other ways to make games hard besides stat bloat. But unfortunately most video games are like that. What if we just add an extra 2 digits to their defense or health? What a great idea. Yeah, man, not really. I think a good example of this is, I'll always use this example. The Tales of the Abyss on the hardest difficulty, even on New Game Plus, you can't use any of the stuff that you got until after the first battle. So what ends up happening is you're fighting a generic enemy, and it takes, like, I think at least 5 minutes to take down that enemy. Because you're doing chip damage. And, like, that's not hard at all. The actual enemy provides no challenge. It's just an HP sponge. Fake difficulty. That's what this game is. Maybe after this run, I'll show the Tales of the Abyss first battle on unknown mode. It's like, do you guys even test your game? Why do you have the stat spread that high at the beginning of the game? This is stupid. Is it really 3-hour clear time? Is that with, like, an optimized build, or is that with the game screwing you over with bad RNG? That's way too long. That's like longer than Knights of Valor. Which is also a very difficult game where your run can end at any moment, but it's also like 2 hours long. What's up, Gaijin? Hello, how you doing? How's the Steam Deck?
行こうか。はいはい。
炎よ前。
助けが必要。
Are you enjoying your Steam Deck? Ah, yeah, that's a good starting point. Well, once you start doing, once you start learning how to use proton tricks, you get a bunch of the other mods going. Yeah, see, that's not my idea of a challenge. That's just a chore. It's not actually hard. That is the epitome of artificial difficulty. The bosses in this game aren't hard. Once you learn their patterns, you can no-damage them really quick. But their idea of challenge is just giving them 8 billion HP. I've never once found that fun, so I will not do that difficulty. They need to give you some kind of, like, actual reward for doing it. It's really stupid that they don't. There should be, like, a permanent reward for doing that. Something that's actually worthwhile. Not just getting more of these embers. I mean, at least now there's more of a reason to actually get the embers. Because once you get the weapons for the characters you like, there's nothing to spend it on. So they did add a sink for that. They did add a meta-currency sink, but what's the point of a harder difficulty? And what's worse is it seems like a lot of the books you get from the new mode aren't even that great. They're like okay, but they're not groundbreaking. $5,000 attack and it takes that long? Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, Chief. I don't hate myself that much. Trying to learn to love myself. I think if I played something like that, I'd be progressing in mental health progress. That sounds no fun. It's like they don't play their own game. They do not play their own game. Like, do they think that's fun? To fight a boss that has the same 5 attacks for like 10 minutes straight? That's not fun. It's like an MMO raid boss, but you know, not a deep enough boss fight to even be that engaging that somebody would actually want to do that. That's pretty bad. You already have that, though. That's Noctis. Oh, Amplifier. Okay. I misunderstood. Yeah, there's no amp that can parry. I think Vera can. Don't quote me on that.
もう一押しといきますか。
真田の覚悟。これにあり。
What's up, bro? Hello. What's up, brother? Make sure to click the bell. Like, comment, and also share. What's up, bro? I can't do the southern accent. I can't do your southern accent. I'm not very good at it. What's going on, peoples? It's Grow2TV. Like, comment, subscribe, and also share. See, I can't do it. I can't do a southern accent. I'm alright. Taking a break from review key homework. Let me try again. What's going on, peoples? It's Grow2TV.
もう一押しといきますか。
真田の覚悟。これにあり。炎よ前。
どんどん攻撃するよ。
炎よ前。
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm from New Jersey, and I moved to California when I was like
攻撃するよ。
10, almost 11. So I have a little bit of a mix of Eastern and West Coast accents. Mostly East Coast, because I was like 11 when I moved here.
体の覚悟。
Yeah, it's because it's right here. Let me see. Yeah, see, he gets a random emblem every 6 levels. So it's really good in here because apparently even when you reach the cap, he still gets those. So I'm hearing he's one of the best characters in here. But this run I'm doing this off of was not that great. Combination of bad RNG and
炎よ前。
making some poor decisions. Yeah, if you can keep it going in here, you can get a bunch of levels and more emblems. See, that's why people think I'm white, because of my
炎よ前。
my voice. I have a very white voice. You guys saw my post the other day. I'm clearly not.
炎よ前。 炎よ前。
I got the YouTube content creator RNG when I was born. I have a good voice for content creation.
炎よ前。
It's always like I have a good content creator voice. Just kind of was born with it. If I didn't have any integrity, I would make a clickbait with it. I have a good voice for it, but screw that. Make honest content. No open mouth thumbnails around here.
炎よ前。
Which one do I take?
俺とやろうって後悔するよ。
Some people have accents that slip. I have certain things I say that, like library. I used to say it as library because that's how it was said where I was a kid, where I was when I was growing up. But it kind of went away after a while. I've been in California most of my life since I was 10. Around the time I turned 11 is when I moved here. So been here the vast majority of my life. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 6 had one of the best soundtracks in the series. 9 as well. 9's OST is really good. Like, the most divisive Dynasty Warriors games are the ones that have the best music. 9 has some incredible soundtrack. Incredible tracks.
俺とやろうって後悔するよ。
Might as well take off the summoning cooldown now, huh? Doing a whole lot of nothing at the moment. Oh, I didn't get enough for him. Do I have anything else in here that will actually help? Well, take that. The summoning cooldown is doing absolutely nothing for me right now. Take the dong as well. He can go too. I got anybody else in here that actually does something? Ah, there we go. Alright. Yeah, I didn't get the best RNG this run. I made some bad choices because I'm not familiar with what to take for him, but I also got some horrible RNG. That's pretty much how this game works. The idea of difficulty is giving everything more health and taking away choices instead of something fun. Bro, how many of these spirit things do I need to get a book? Because this is only off Torment 1. I hope I get at least something usable. Probably get to like around 30 and then it's gonna start making me make choices that really make this become a slog. That's how this game does difficulty. Oh, you're just starting out? Just make the best choices you can with what it gives you, which is going to be different for each character. But yeah, the thing about this game compared to other roguelikes is, you know, the officers are the items, right? But at the beginning you have like none, which greatly limits how many synergies you do, how high your stats can go as well. This game, I know that after the patch they made it a little bit easier to start out, but yeah, this game was really rough to start out in. The items in this game are the characters. At the beginning, you have no characters. So what ends up happening is things take a long time to die, and there's not really much you can do about it. This game is not very well designed. And I say that as somebody who plays an unhealthy amount of action roguelikes. It's not very well designed. There is skill. The problem is that when you start, there's just nothing you can do about doing no damage. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. A more better designed roguelike, the balancing would make it so you could clear it with nothing unlocked, like stock character, and also have it not be a slog. That's the thing about this game, is like the bosses are fair. They did a good job designing them. They're not too difficult once you learn their attacks and stuff, but if you don't have the damage, the game is just really boring. This game doesn't encourage non-damage builds, like, at all. It just doesn't. In other roguelikes, it's like you may not do that much damage up front, but you may have, like, more survivability or more utility or something, or maybe you don't really get strong until the end of the run. In this game, it's pretty much, if you're not doing damage, the game is zero fun to play. It's just how this game is designed. I think this game is good for a first attempt, but the fact that they just added another difficulty, which is even more of the same problem, Just having the bosses take like 10 minutes. You know, it's not fun. It's not challenging. You could tell they played a decent amount of roguelikes when they were making this game, but they didn't take the right inspiration. If this game was more like Wizard of Legend, where it's like nothing unlocked, crap items, you could still beat the game in a half hour, that would be much better than what it is currently. This game kind of feels like a, it feels like a mobile game in some ways. You know how mobile games have timers? So that you can't do it with skill? That's like one of the sneaky ways that they make money in those games. They'll have like a mode where you can beat a boss, and like the boss is completely well designed. It doesn't do anything unfair. But, you know, you only have like 90 seconds to beat it. So what that means is you either have to have the best character or you have to have like a really optimized team. That's kind of how this game is. So this is a fun turn your brain off game, but you can do a lot better than this for roguelikes. That's for sure. You can do a lot better. Hopefully with patches though, add like an actual challenge and give them an equivalent reward for it, instead of the way it is now where everything just has 10 billion HP and bosses take like 20 minutes. Which is not good for this kind of game. There are plenty of engaging, like, more than 5-minute boss fights out there, but in a roguelike, you don't want that. Because you're fighting the bosses way more than you would in, like, you know, a DMC or something. You're fighting them hundreds, if not thousands of times. It's not good to have them be a slog. There are plenty of bad boss fights out there that are like that. But, you know, you're not designed to fight them, like, thousands of times. That's the difference. They didn't get the memo of that. Boss design can be more important in this kind of game than a regular action game, because you're fighting them so much more. Even if you only play the game for 10 hours, you're fighting the same bosses over and over. So when you make them unfun to fight, it completely damages the rest of the game. The replay value. I've definitely played some roguelikes that were fun, but they had garbage bosses, and I tapped out because I knew that I didn't want to fight them another 200 times. You know, shit boss in an action game is very common. There's no good action game out there that doesn't have something like that. But, you know, you're only fighting them like maybe 4 or 5 times tops where you're done, right? You move on to the next game. Not in a game like this. Which is why it's strange the game is designed the way it is. Because they did make good boss fights. The boss fights in this are better than some other roguelikes I've played, for sure. They're not the worst boss fights. It's just they're also not deep enough to warrant them having like 10 digits of health. Maybe somebody will make a mod for this game. Do like a rebalance for it or something. Like make the bosses faster. Make the bosses faster, but they have way less health. And they give some kind of reward, that would be a lot better.
炎よ前へ
どんどん攻撃するよ。
炎よ前へ 炎よ前へ
Yeah, once you finish the tree, you'll have a lot more options, and then you just have to figure out what officers are best to pick for the character you're playing, which will change depending on who you're using. But it takes a little while. It takes a couple runs to figure that out unless you have somebody tell you.
炎よ前へ 炎よ前へ
You know, the only thing the harder difficulties give you is more of the currency. They give you more of the currency, and that's it. They should give you some kind of better item or something for doing that, not just... Hey, the game is less fun now.
炎よ前へ
No, this is gonna suck. This might be the end of the run right here.
戦の主導権は我らにある
Boss has 10 billion health by now. I know that for a fact. Yeah, the formation techniques are removed too. I shouldn't have chosen that. I wasn't thinking.
これにあり
Should not have done that. This is gonna be so boring. I don't want to continue this now. Probably gonna give me junk anyway. Yeah, that's the end of the run. I wasn't paying attention. It's my fault. I'm not gonna call the game out for my mistake, but that is totally the end of the run.
皆さん、楽にして差し上げなさい。
Currently downloading PGR on the deck. Congrats. You already know the game is good, but it's very good on Steam Deck.
これにあり
It's better than a lot of the more popular gachas that people try to run on there, like Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero was miserable on Steam Deck. Major slog. Frame rate was inconsistent, and it also memory leaked, so it'd crash. They're just gonna keep making me fight bosses, huh? Yeah, this run was doomed from the start. There's no way I can clear this now. This mode is basically an arcade game,
炎よ前へ
designed to get you off the machine whether you like it or not. I cannot kill this. I cannot kill him in a minute. It's not possible. The end of the run. You're like when you get these, the game is just flipping you off.
楽にして差し上げなさ
They
い。
have so much stats and you're so nerfed at this point, you can't kill them in that time limit. No, it was a good run while it lasted. Up to 26. That's not bad for not having his weapon. Better give me something good for this. Yeah, I'm doing no damage at all. It's gonna take like 10 cycles. This game, man, and its obsession with HP, stat bloat. Goodbye, Yukimura. You served well in battle. Goodbye. Don't you love artificial difficulty? Can I get anything worthwhile for that? Start prepping for the DMC collab now? Yeah. If you, how far are you in the game? Because if you just started, anybody who wants to play, PGR because of the collab should, like, seriously start now. Gotta get my karma up? Yeah, I guess. Oh, he doesn't get any benefit from that, does he? I mean, that was the only one worth taking. None of the others are worth taking. I just don't like playing this game on the harder difficulty. It's not fun. Stat bloat is my least favorite way of making a game harder. I legit can't stand it. But that's all that game is. They went through the trouble of making, like, you know, good boss fights that are fair. They may not be the best out there, but they're engaging enough. And it's relatively simple to do them with no damage, but then they just make 5 difficulties where they just get more and more health. And then on top of that, they make it so you can't damage them until the barrier's broken. And then the barrier takes longer and longer to break. It's just a vicious cycle. I really do enjoy playing that game, but only casually. I've played way more roguelikes that have better difficulty balance than that game. It's like the only thing that's viable in that game is just stacking damage. It's the only thing that matters. Especially on the harder difficulties. Unless you want your thumb to be cramped. It takes like 90 minutes. Then there's also, they take more of the portals away from you too, so then you end up like never getting a shop, or it gives you garbage characters that don't help you. I don't find that fun. It's more fun when it's like, hey, these are ways to make the game harder, like, besides just everything doing and taking more damage. It's like other ways to make it challenging, which is interesting because, like, the torment mode does have that. That's what the torment mode is. Well, for the most part, some of it really is just making things take longer. But yeah, it's the major flaw with that game. Artificial difficulty. I feel like I would take the books out, honestly, and make it like extra stats that you can get. That's what a lot of other games do. Actually, I can show you guys this. Let me show you guys this. This game has much better higher difficulties than Warrior's Abyss. like 1,000 times better. I'll show you how it works in this game, because we're going to be playing this in a few days when the update drops. Show you guys that are new to roguelikes how much better difficulty can be than Warrior's Abyss. Okay, so when you start, you only have these Destiny levels. And when you get here, this is the 6th one, the boss's attack patterns completely change. But there's like other ways that the game makes itself difficult besides just giving stuff more health. Now, it can get really powerful in this game. You ramp up about as fast as Warrior's Abyss. So yeah, there is some stat bloat, but not to the extent of Warrior's Abyss. Like, see right here, this makes stuff cost more. This makes it so shadow clones can appear, which is actually a blessing in disguise because you can get really good loot from them. Can make more elite enemies spawn. Could lose mana when you're hit. You can't do anything in this game without mana. What else do they have? The enemies can create clones. A lot of price raising and stuff. The elite enemies could have more buffs. Like, there's actual interesting stuff in here, right? It's not just taking choices away. The game doesn't... the difficulties in this don't really take away choices. And you also have agency on what you want to pick. So if you just want to give stuff more health, you can. But there's lots of different ways to make the game harder. And as you can see over here on the right, the Zodiac bosses over there, you get fragments from them. And when you get the fragments... Whoops. Where is it? Hold on, I haven't played this in a while. When you get these fragments, you're rewarded for doing the endgame a lot better than Warrior's Abyss because these are straight buffs. And you can make interesting builds with these, and you can take them on and off at any time. So this is like much better difficulty than Warrior's Abyss. There is some stat bloat, but also the bosses change. And until you get to the end, it definitely does get the HP bloat. But most people won't play that far. I played this 50 hours and I'm nowhere close. But yeah, this game, I wish Warrior's Abyss was like this. Like an actual material reward for doing the difficulties instead of just, you know, wanting to suffer. Wanting to suffer and make the game less fun. So I'll show you guys another example as well. I know a lot of people are new to roguelikes. I know Warrior's Abyss was the first roguelike for a lot of people, and I can tell you, it's not the worst roguelike, but it's not the best. It's like mid-tier for me. It's heavily carried by the license, or the franchise it's based on. That's like the big thing that carries it for me. The fact that it's not Vampire Survivors auto-attacking does help. So there's more strategy to fighting the enemies besides just walking around and killing stuff without pushing any buttons. It's the balancing and the pacing and the lackluster rewards of that game that really sucks. Alright, so I'll show you guys this too.
Welcome to the Ace Mind training system.
Oh, they added some new stuff to this. Let me read this really quick. They added more builds. That's really cool. More double tactics. Oh, Hazama got buffs. That's cool because I really like playing as him. Alright, so here's how it works in this game. This is pretty similar to Astral Ascent, which also takes inspiration from Hades. The thing that's different about this game from Astral Ascent is that you don't get the points to like customize your build, but as you make the game harder, it also gives you buffs. Like for instance here, 45 entropy gives you 2 more potential spaces. So that means if you want to make an optimized character, you need to play on at least 45 entropy, which is like half of the difficulty that the game has. But there's ways that you can customize it. It's not just giving stuff more health. You can get more debuffs, you can make traps do more damage, you can spawn more enemies, which can actually be pretty nasty if you get a bunch of debuffs, or you have a low time limit. The enemies attack faster, so less, you know, walking around like Muso peons. Make it take less time. You can give them more health. You can hide space info, which I kind of don't like because it's kind of like Warrior's Abyss, where the hardest difficulty just takes away choices. Yeah, lots of different ways that you can make the game harder. As you can see here, as you make it harder, you can get even more. So there's 100. So at 100 entropy, you get 4 more potential spaces. And this game also has a system like Warrior's Abyss, where you can get buffs from your previous character. So if you can play on the hardest difficulty, you're going to have a really big buff for your next run. So the buffs actually double when you go to 100. Alright, there's some examples for you. How much better you can do than Warrior's Abyss. But Hades is already obvious. You guys know how it works in those games. Let me see what else I've got here. Maybe we can get some mods for Warrior's Abyss and fix that stuff. Yeah, those are some examples of roguelikes that do difficulty better.
vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics.
Like how the animation was never better than this. I don't know if people are aware of this. These sprites were the best in the oldest game. They cut more and more animation till Marvel 2 where they had like barely any.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. X-Men Children of the Atom.
Actually didn't play this game that much in the arcades. I don't really know any infinites in this game. It's like the one I don't know much about.
Round one. Fight. Marvel Superheroes. Let's go, club.
I don't remember how to do the infinites. Oops. Alright, well, I gotta work on my review key homework. Keyboard's out in 2 days. I need to get the overview done for that, so unfortunately I'm under embargo for that, so I think that's gonna do it for now, folks. Streams should be more consistent again on the 29th. The 29th is when Towerborn comes out, and then Astral Ascent, and then Keyboard. Well, I'll be out of embargo. So I'm sorry the streams have been very inconsistent. I haven't really been uploading that much, but I've kind of been limited by embargo and stuff. But yeah, Wednesday is gonna be. Actually, Tuesday is gonna be nuts, with like 1 million games coming out. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll try to hop back on again. Well, we'll see how things go. If I work in my neighbor's house tomorrow, which is like a 50-50, then there'll be a stream over there of some of the games I was working on over there. Otherwise, I'm probably going to be crunching a little bit on this overview. I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody.